after grandmother passes away, that was it. Like I didn't care about anything. I ate anything, drank anything, took anything. Like literally food, or at that time, like drugs was just my numbing mechanism, just so I wouldn't be worried about anything. It was just screw everything. My name is Sandrock. Hear my story. I was born in Maryland, moved to Fayetteville, North Carolina in 1989. We moved here to North Carolina because my mother was actually in a car accident. She was driving to work and a bridge fell on her car. And so we were uprooted and came to Fayetteville, North Carolina to be with her grandparents. So growing up, my grandmother tried to give us the best that she could, given that her oldest daughter is in a coma. She's got 2 kids now after she's already raised 7. And so now she has 2 small children. So looking back, I can see where she tried to do her best. At the same time, I kind of see where the whole body dysmorphia stems to an extent, because I remember being like 10 or 11 years old and she would poke my stomach or pinch my arm, or when I got a little bit older, in high school, I was turning 16 and she told me I was fat and I needed to diet. And I remember that summer, 16 years old, going on an Atkins diet and losing over 60 pounds in less than 2 months. And of course, when you go back to school, everybody's like, oh my gosh, you look so great. So you get this little boost. I was sick. Like I was 16 years old, depriving my body of nutrients on top of being an athlete. And not realizing that what she was doing was wrong and wasn't being done like in love. I'm taking it as normal, and that's probably that is where a lot of like the food issues and body imaging kind of started. So when I was 19, I was actually diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is known to cause women to gain a pretty significant amount of weight. Some women don't have that issues. I was one of them that did, and I did take control when I found out that diagnosis. So I was put on proper medications, maintaining the proper diet, and it was hard. Medically, I'm gaining weight because I have this issue, but I know in my head, like, you can maintain this and you can get this under control if you just follow a proper diet plan. And so when I would just have a bad day, man, I was just like, screw it. And so I would sabotage myself with bad choices. As I got a little bit older, I got better control. And then of course, after grandmother passes away, that was it. Like I didn't care about anything. I ate anything, drank anything, took anything, like literally food, or at that time, like drugs was just my numbing mechanism, just so I wouldn't be worried about anything. It was just screw everything. My view of myself during my dark time was a mask. Like I'd get done up, I'd get doll up, and I'm like, oh, I look good, but inside I was just like, I really hate who I am, like, because I knew in my body, like, this wasn't who I'm supposed to be, and I know I know I'm supposed to be healthier, and I know that I've got this hump that I got to get over, and I know that it's me that's going to have to do it, even though I have this medical condition. It's not keeping me from being healthy, it's just a hurdle. My highest weight that I reached was about 295, so it was almost 300 pounds. And I was wearing sizes like 26, and completely would break me down when I would actually look at that number, and I would actually hold up a pair of pants and then see clothes that I wore in high school. That would just break me down, because I was like, I know what I'm supposed to look like and what I looked like, and what my real body is, and then seeing these sizes, and it would eat me up and tear me apart. But when I saw that I was almost tipping 300 pounds, like I kind of took a step back and started to take the right track, started talking to my doctor, and that's when we started the whole process of the bariatric surgery. I think I was about 31 at the time, 31 or 32, on high blood pressure pills, 3 different high blood pressure pills, cholesterol medicine, diabetic medicine, medication for my back. I was told him, I was like, we've got to do something. And we did try for years first, prior to like every other route. We didn't just jump to surgery. And after just the fails with it, like nothing was clicking, nothing was stopping. My diabetes was starting to get out of hand, and the next step was about to be put on insulin. And I was like, I'm not gonna have that happen. So I spoke to him, I was like, I wanna go for the bariatric surgery. And we chose that route. In this 5 months though, I've lost 114 pounds, and I don't regret any of this. All of these hurdles that I've hit in this 5 months, and I've had 3 procedures in less than 4 months. I still don't regret it one bit because it has given me back my life. I am off of all of my medications. The only thing that I take is the medication for my back because I have a back issue, but like, that's the least of my worries. My health is back. Like, I can do things. I can play with my nephew. I can get up and down quick enough. I can have a kid next year, which has been my end goal, because all these years of infertility, and it's been a lot of it due because of the weight. I can have a kid next year. I'm still facing hurdles. The first year is the hardest year, but for anybody who's considering doing that, like, if it's going to give you back your life and you've exhausted every other option, do it. Like, because now I get to have life. Like, I have life again. Everything, like, my marriage is better. My work career is better. My relationship with God is better. Like, just, I've gotten my life back. I always wish that I had somebody that could tell me things like that it's going to be okay. So my word to anybody who is going through body image issues, making those bad decisions, and you know you shouldn't, like, you can pull through. There is hope. You can get your life back, which is actually why I got my little guy here. The bumblebees' bodies are so big, their wings are so tiny, but they still fly. So it's my reminder that I can still fly, I can still succeed, and I can still live my life, and you can too.